Talkers, and today, guys, we have a special guest. I've known him for like about 2 years now, and he's been from the where I've seen him from he started out, and right now I'm super happy for him and super proud of him where he came from. And the man of the hour is, guys, everybody just give me a round of applause to Evan.
What's up, guys? Hi, my name is Evan. White Balance, White Balance here. Yeah, I'm one of the co-founders of. Sorry, my name is Evan. I'm one of the co-founders of White Balance.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure those of you listening in Spotify and Apple Music, and also watching this in YouTube, Evans is quite nervous right now. Are you nervous, Evans?
No, I haven't been in front of the camera for quite some time.
Okay. I mean, it's fine, like, you don't need to look at the camera because most of it you can talk to me.
Okay.
So we can have a conversation-based podcast. Sure. So it's nothing matter. So I mean, just let me know. Just introduce yourself, those of you who actually don't know yet. Mm-hmm. Like, rather than just White Balance, what have you been doing? And what's your profession and so on?
So I'm actually a commercial fashion photographer. I've been doing photography for the past 1.5, 2 years. Before this, I was in law school. I graduated last year, August. My final exam was in May then. Half a year I was freelancing here and there. I was at Dome Studios. Shout out to Dome Studios for letting me freeload there for half a year. Then I worked with a friend in a creative agency for like a month, yeah. Then after that, yeah, White Balance just came out.
White Balance just came out. All right, cool, man. So, just want to talk about like how do we actually met. We actually got introduced by one of our other friends, Thomas, right? Thomas, yes.
Oh yeah, Thomas. Yeah.
Thomas, I don't know where is he right now. Is he in New Zealand or Australia?
He's in Netherlands.
He's in Netherlands.
Yeah,
See, I even don't know where the hell he is. I only know that he's actually overseas studying. So shout out to Thomas for introducing Evans for me, because actually he started as a freelancer for me when I was looking for a photographer.
Yeah.
And actually when you first started out doing photos, I actually fell in love with your photos.
Oh, really?
Because the first thing is, I suck at shooting event photos.
Right.
So that's why I had few photographers before you, mm-hmm. and they were actually even worse than me.
Oh.
So yeah. So I mean, just be like, put it on the table. I was really skeptical about you,
right.
Even though you sent me a portfolio about fashion, but even photography was like a bit different compared to a fashion shoots.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit skeptical. So that's why I was like, okay, like you do whatever, because I already have like a lot of disappointments in my past, so I didn't expect that much.
So you didn't heal from your past hurt then? Like,
yeah. So I mean, like when you first sent it out, when my team and I were actually review your photos, we were like, wow, okay. Then I decided, okay, I'm gonna hire you for all of my photo shoots.
Wow.
I mean, right now you should know, like I already brought you to a lot of my events, right? Like how many events? Been like 5 or 6 events.
Yeah, we've gone to quite a lot.
Yeah, and then a lot of photos are definitely great. Only some of the events times you cannot make it because you are currently doing your own job, so I had to compromise a bit and find other people. So yeah, that's how we actually met. We actually met by working together. And so after 2 years, he's a big boss right now. Like he's joining the big boss gang already.
Big boss sounds good, but it's actually no. It's more donkey work than.
Like, so I mean, tell me, man. Like, we haven't been meeting up for like some time. We only met like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then before that, we haven't been meeting.
We came here for a tour around.
Yeah, we're just touring around his new studio.
Yeah.
Which is White Balance, by the way. And just let me know, like, what's new, by the way. What's new? What's happening right now?
To White Balance or to me?
Everything.
So like to me, after law school, to me was a bit of a, because I'm very spiritually inclined person. So like after law school, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do law or whether I wanted to do photography. I prayed about it. Confirmation came in. Like the first month earned quite a lot. I mean, compared to a fresh grad, right, the money I was earning as a freelancer was quite a lot. Second month confirmation as well. Third month confirmation was like 4 figures, like close to 5 figures. And the fifth month I was like, you know what, God, I want a confirmation for this. Give me a 5-figure salary on the fourth month. And yeah, a 5-figure salary came in. And then I was like, okay, you know what?
Is this doing lawyer or doing freelance?
This was right after my final exams in June last year.
Cool.
It was it's less than a year. Yeah, right now it's June. Yeah, so just a year ago. Then freelancing for 4 months. I was freeloading at this place called Dome, and he's my high school senior, but he's close. He's kind enough to give me a table, bring my desktop there and work. Cause working from home for me, it's like I'm not productive working from home, so I need a place to settle. So he gave me a place to settle. Then a friend from church asked me like, hey, I'm starting a creative agency. Do you want to join me? Like, I said, yeah, sure. So I joined. So I went from freeloading from Dome to joining that creative agency, but I lasted for 1 month. I lasted for 1 month, and bro, I got a job. so there's some reasons, there's some we're still having a great relationship and everything, but it just
didn't work out.
We just had different visions of stuff, and then we're still supporting each other. But from him, I learned a lot. I get to know a lot of good clients from there as well, or good friends from there as well. So after a month working with them, came out, went back to Dome. I went back to freeloading for Dome. I freeloaded at Dome until quite recently, so like another half a year, I feel. But just a shout out to Zach Lee, great man. Even though he knew that I was starting White Balance, he didn't see me as a competition, but he saw like, hey bro, I see what you're doing. I really want to support you, and he gave me good advice on what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. So I feel like along the way, I'm really, really blessed. I don't have much. I'm really, really blessed that even with the little that I have, God still put, really, really great people in my life guiding me through. So White Balance is kind of like a testimony for me where I have this vision before I started White Balance to have my own studio, and never would I even dare dream to have it this fast. Honestly, I thought I was like, okay, God, this vision is gonna be like when I reach 28, when I have enough money, I can put the money in.
Start the studio.
Yeah, but like,
I feel it, man.
But like, so I started White Balance with a high school friend. The high school friend, Sirong, his name is Sirong. I remember in high school I told him one thing, like, bro, I will never do business with you because I don't want to lose a friend. Because
I understand. Yeah, working with friends.
It's very different.
I bet you've known me as well, working from friends as well. Like how many friends I've lost working from friends. So I don't know. Like when you said, I thought he's actually you met from a work or something. That's what I know from your partner. Now you're saying that he's your high school friend. That's why I'm a bit like, okay, high school friends, make sure everything's alright.
It's
all
really,
the groundworks
really
are there.
We met when we were 13. Can you imagine?
We
met when we were 13. And right now we're like 24 and like doing this together. The ups and downs are, but I feel like it's important when you work with friends, right? It's important, like, okay, when you're working, I see you as a colleague. I don't see you as a friend at this moment. When we talk, I see you as a colleague. I think that separation, I feel like boundaries are very important, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a friendships, or whether it's in a business context like this.
That depends. I mean, I'm just sharing it from my own experience. Like that depends on the other person's mindset. Even though you say that, okay, we need to have a boundaries, we need to have a proper thing. So let's say if something business fuck ups happens, even though no one's his fault, don't blame each other. So let's say you blame each other, you got into a fight, don't let that disturb your friendship. I know there will be a little bit of sour emotions there, but then don't let it overcome your friendship's emotions. So business is business, friendship is friendship. So, but that's easier said than done lah. You need a proper mindset to do it lah.
I really agree with this. I feel like the ability, with whoever you're with or whoever you're working with, to have difficult conversations, come out of it, not feeling hurt but being better. I feel like that itself, I won't say it's a skill, but it's something that we need to pick up. I think it's part of growing up as well.
I think you need to have when you face a criticism, you need to take it as a positive thing rather than a negative thing. Because of course you know my partner as well. You've worked with him as well. He always scold me like really, really bad. He always scolds me like, even though he's my business partner, he plays like more like a mentor role to me. But even though I'm more childish, I mean, if you first met me when I was like 21 years old, you actually met. It's been 3 years, man. It's not 2 years, 3 years. So I mean, you met me when I was 21 years old. So at the time, I was really starting out my company, and this guy was actually scolding me a lot. So I was doing a lot of childish mistake. For me, it looks like I know it's like simple stuff lah. No need to be too big. But for him, business. So he scolded me a lot, but I didn't take it as like, fuck lah, who is this guy to scold me? I took it as a positive thing, He's scolding me for a reason, not for me to put myself down, for me to grow. So that kind of positive mindset you need to have, even though, if you're friends with your business partners, you need to have that constructive mindset. So just get into the topic a little bit. I really have a lot of topic to talk about, and I want your own perspective on this because I know that you've been affected by this as well. So recently, right now, if you haven't heard the news, a lot of big fashion labels being closed down. Even currently, right now, I saw Eastprint. Yeah, Eastprint has been closed down in Malaysia. And right now, there's a lot of mega sales going on, 70-80% off. It's good for shoppers, but it's bad for the company.
Yeah.
Even a big company like this, fashion, even Clio, Bazaar, I'm not sure what else companies been closed down. Do you ever expect this kind of big company to close down ever in your life?
Honestly, like for us, we are a fashion photography studio mainly, and then we do fashion quite a lot. So White Balance was, we were scheduled to officially launch on March 21st.
Yep.
And March 18th, government announced the MCO order, the movement control order. So everything's in a very weird time, It's like, oh shoot, how do we do this? We are still stuck on the renovation. The renovation can't run because the contractor can't go out. They can't send our workers and everything. And that is just the setup part. And the bigger problem comes after. So our potential clients dying. Where do we go to? Where do we find our source of income? That to me and my partner was so scary because shoot, it's like a funnel, Like whatever comes down trickles down to what we can offer, right? That part is being cut off. So
like the main part of the funnel.
Yeah, the main part of the funnel is being cut off, and everyone's losing jobs right now. People are getting retrenched. If you're having a job and you're getting paid monthly right now, that is such a privilege to have, you know what I mean?
True.
So like
even having your own house, staying in their own house, that's a big privilege. I don't complain that much. Like I'm stuck at home, I don't mind. But I know there's a lot of people out there who are actually stuck in their home, but in a room where there's 5 or 6 people living in it.
Yeah, exactly. At least you have a home to start.
At least I have electricity, internet to even work from my home. So privilege lah.
That's a privilege. I feel like talking back about this, so seeing how all our sources of income is going, is depleting. I feel like in business, right, it's very important to unlearn and relearn things. That's really important. To be able to pivot your business strategy, your business products, for example. So White Balance went from just a plain studio space rental. We pivot more towards an agency / we're still modeling it up because it's still very fresh. We're still grabbing things here and there. Everyone's in survival mode right now. And obviously, I believe as our clients can't pay. Clients have no money to pay creatives at this moment.
So that's the thing. I really want to share this to you because I know if I share this to you, it will definitely open another mindset because it happened to me as well. So 2 days ago, actually, exactly 2 days ago, I had a client call. So this client was actually referred to me by my friend who's working in another creative agency. So they are more focused in designing. I'm more focused in video production. So they actually referred the client to me. And the client actually owns the digital media, like this big screen in Bukit Bintang.
Oh, the billboards.
The billboards, the screen billboard. So he owns that property. And he wants to do videos and something to podcast it thing. So this was the stupidest thing happened to me, okay? After the whole meeting, right, I had this one good sensation, like this whole mind breakthrough. And the thing was, I am really charging super low. Like compared to $1 million, I'm actually charging $1.
Whoa.
That's how I feel when I talk to the client after that.
Right.
So the thing is, right, this is what happens. So usually, if you actually watch my YouTube channel, right, I actually made a video how a videographer can actually make money. And what is the process to it? So the always process is I always ask the person's budget first before I quote them with my own price. Because I want to know, are they cheap, are they expensive, or are they willing to hire my services? Of course, I will have a certain budget in my head. Okay, so here's the thing. When the client say, okay, I have a budget of this, but the minimum I can go this. So what do you think the figure was?
For the client that came to you, if it's a billboard ad, probably around 20K.
10K lah.
Yeah.
That's the minimum or the highest?
I think that's a minimum rate probably.
10K lah. So what's the highest rate?
Highest rate for billboard ad, it can go up to 6 figures.
6 figures.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I didn't know about this. Yes, I know that 20K, but I thought 20K was the highest it can go.
Oh.
Okay, so here's the thing. He told me, okay, I can spend about to 60 to 100K per project. per project, and the lowest he can go is 20K.
Wow.
And the doofus in me, right, when I was video calling with that client, the hate in me, I actually, okay, this is the thing, I actually wanted to quote him 10,000.
Okay.
For the whole project, okay? Which involves actors, which involves people to come in to work for me. So I was explaining, okay, I need to have at least 30% of profit. So, okay, this is how much I can put. Because the actors I actually hired are not that professional actors.
Right.
I usually hire actors with my friends.
Right.
Because I know them, I work with them, and I know how they can actually react to it.
Okay.
So actors' fees won't be that much. You will like around 500 to 1,000. Only the people who are actually working in the crew, that's where I pay a lot because I know they have the skills and I need their skills in the production.
Right.
So I was like, 10K should be enough to cover. When he say 100K, my head just exploded on the spot. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money.
For how many videos are 100K?
For one project.
One project?
One video.
Or just one video?
So
one video, one project can have like 6 videos.
Sorry?
So sometimes one project can have like 6 videos and stuff like that.
So one project is one video.
Okay.
So I offered him multiple smaller projects.
So you just closed a 100K job lah?
Not yet because that's why I'm still in talks.
Right.
Because of that pricing issue.
Right.
So I told him, okay, let me quote you well. I know your budget really, but it's the thing. Never ever tell your price. Upfront. On the first meeting, never tell your price. That's the rule I obey. Right. If you really watch the videos that I've been posting on YouTube, I'm actually sharing this to a lot of videographers because I make this mistake as well. I always reveal the price on my first meeting.
Right.
So this is what I learned over the years I've been doing work with a lot of people. I never reveal the price on the first time because when you first reveal the price, they were like, oh, 10,000. Okay, I'll keep in touch. Then he will look for other cheaper versions or something like that. Once you get to I think the third meeting, that's when you actually reveal the price. So how it goes is the first meeting is to know their budget.
Okay.
Then when you know are they loaded or not lah. That's the thing. The second meeting is where you actually confirmation the quotation.
Right.
And do they like the storyline or not?
Right.
Because of course you need to pitch them a storyline ma. But don't put a lot of effort into it lah. I would say lah, because most of the times the pitch will get rejected or the pitch will get a bit customized, different a bit lah. And the third meeting that's when you actually give them the final price. Because this is my offer, what do you want? Because you already two things happen. You already given them a lot of value to it. So this is what I can do for you, this is what I can set up for you, this is the storyline, do you like it? Yes, they like it. Only the price issue, the price always must come last.
Right.
So that's when you negotiate lor. So you want a higher price or a cheaper price. So that's when you negotiate. That's when it's still going lah. The client is still going. I hopefully will get like 100K. That's like the first 6 figures job I'll be doing. I only be getting the highest I got was 5 figures lah. But 6 figures, it will be a landmark for me.
Right,
so,
amazing.
So coming back to the earlier question that say people want to go lower price, I believe that that's not the case. People have money. It's just how valuable you are to spend it over there.
Right.
I mean, right now also
even in these difficult times, do you still believe in the same concept?
I do still believe it because I know there are a lot of people, like 99% of the people who actually doesn't have money, and I respect that because they need to survive. But there's 1% of people that's actually loaded and they want to take this opportunity because, they're saying, right, every crisis makes a billionaire.
Yeah.
So I'm in the property line as well. I'm in the creative industry line as well. So I know what's happening. Who is the 1% people in the market.
Right.
So I know who to target. So when you're targeting a certain group of people, target that people with the money first.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to target the people without the money, but you still want to help them, I mean, realistic lah, you need to charge them low because you don't have money, and then you don't want to be that person who actually wants to steal the money lah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially when you are in my field where I actually do creative services and as well as marketing services. So my job is when they spend about let's say $1,000, they need to get $2,000 back. So that's my motto lah. So I need to help them make more money.
Yeah, I think for businessmen, their main concern is about the ROI. How much can I make back out of this,
So that's the concern. If let's say I'm really not confident of making that money, I will definitely charge very cheap. But I'm really confident some clients out there, they are loaded. But then since we are young, we are new to the industry, they tend to take advantage of us.
Right.
But this client that recently I talked to was very kind and was a very good person. He even told me that, you look so young. Are you new to the industry? I was like, yeah, I'm new to the industry. I've been working this for baru 4 years. So, okay, I can see. So you just give me a code, don't worry. If it's too cheap, don't worry, I will give you a fair price lah. I mean, if you listen to 10,000, walao eh.
There's 50% off his lowest budget.
Yeah, I'm like, what the
I feel like how to say, experienced clients, right? Like I feel like the way that you quote your clients, right, it's a tell on how experienced you are. Because like, for example, right, if let's say, I mean, clients deal with creatives all the time. They go to different production houses all the time. So, like in a sense that they kind of know what kind of budget they're looking at already. So, if let's say you go too low, right, that means they know that, oh, okay, maybe your equipment is not there, or maybe you don't know how to cast actors, or maybe you do not know how to, I don't know, like there's a lot of like factors around it. So I feel like knowing how to quote the right price, knowing your own worth is very important as creatives, right? Because I feel like in this, like even for me, I have this mistake that, oh, okay, I don't know how much I'm worth, you know what I mean? I don't know how to quote. I feel like a lot of photographers, like, people come to us like, how do you quote? How do I charge?
Okay, speaking of this, I just want to give it a plug. I just released a new video, how photographers should make money. I mean, those of you actually listening in Spotify and watching this on YouTube, go check it out. I believe that you actually will get something out of this, because I started as a fashion photographer. I work for Lincoln Fashion Club. I work in the KL Fashion Week as well. So I was their event photographer. So I know how to make money. And I've seen photographers actually, this is a weird thing, doing it for free. And it's fine. I'm not saying it's bad to do it for free, but know your worth. Takkan you go to a KL Fashion Week when they have like a $15,000 million budget, but then you go there for work for free. So it's not worth it, but some photographers are actually starting out don't know how to do this. So I mean, it's a good thing to know how to code this. It will come during the experience. I mean, right now you are a business owner already. I mean, I need to congratulate you. I was super proud when you
thanks, bro.
When you open, because I know you were doing something, but I don't know what you are doing.
Right.
In my head, I thought you were starting a company or something. So I was like, okay, well, how can I help him or something? So when I started out, when I saw that you're actually building a co-working space / studio Is it called co-working space or studio?
So White Balance is 3-part.
Okay.
It's 1 part full co-working space, 1 part full fashion studio, 1 part full event space. So we rent out this place for events as well.
Okay.
But I mean, MCO right now, we need to practice social distancing, so co-working space is out of the it's definitely out of the picture. Event space, we cannot hold events, that's out of the picture. So what is left is a studio space.
Studio space, that's a good idea. I mean, I was super proud to look at it, because you were sharing like the before and after. The before and after. I was thinking, how the hell are you going to change this green looking, ugly looking place into this vision you had? I was like, then after you paint everything white, right? Then I was super interested. I was like, okay, white. Okay, I got you. I mean, you have to remember that I think I was one of the first person to actually ask you like, hey, can I rent a place over here now? Because at that time, I was actually planning to move out from my current office, which I'm sharing with my business partner.
Okay.
So I want a more creative-ish place rather than a corporate office space. But due to the MCO, I need to do a lot of setbacks, and I need to postpone. I won't say cancel, but postpone the creative studio space But I have my own vision as well, own dreams of opening my own studio. I was actually looking for a studio space near 3 Towers. Have you heard of it?
3 Towers, where?
It's near Old Klang Road 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very nice place. Full-on window. As I told you, I love sunlight to come in. So it was a full-on window, and the rental was actually okay for me. So I was thinking, okay, but it's bare unit, nothing inside.
Right.
So I was thinking,
You need a lot of capital to go.
So I was thinking, okay, it's not the time for me to go in yet. Probably if I have more than 5 staff or 3 staff, I mean, that's the time for me to open a proper studio So I mean, just tell me what's happening to White Balance right now. I mean, is it okay? Is it doing well? I heard that you actually did some projects with some fashion labels recently.
I'm not sure if I can disclose the fashion brand, but it should be okay. So we're working with a local fashion designer at the moment to help take their photos for their new series, their mask series, their tote bags and everything. Currently, White Balance, just like any other businesses out there, we are on survival mode as well. I'm very lucky that I'm paired with a partner that complements everything that I lack. In a way that I feel like I'm so blessed that God knows what I can't do, what I can do. It's like, this guy is not meticulous at all. Let me put someone there that is so detailed. Let me tell you, my business partner is so detailed. He does stuff that I can't even think of. Like, oh, you need that, that kind of mindset,
Okay.
So currently we are pivoting our business model. We are still a full event space. We are still a co-working space. We are still a photography studio. But right now, what we are doing more to survive, we are pivoting more towards an agency. So let's say we have a we're pivoting more to website-based driven kind of service as well. So if let's say you need LinkedIn profiles, if you need product photography, it's a very clear-cut pricing. Like what we're trying to eliminate is the vagueness of like pricing for art, but we try to constrain it to a table that people can see that okay, the pricing is objective. So we feel like Malaysia, no one has done this before.
Yeah.
We sourced and we did some research. US has this model, but we don't have that in Malaysia, so we are trying to duplicate that. We're still in progress, we are still doing it. But one, we're doing that. Two, we are talking to different startups and different brands as well on how we can help them, because I feel like at this moment, everyone is in survival mode.
Yep.
If I have resources and I feel like I can help you with the little that I have, let me do however I can to help you out.
True. Yeah. I mean, I think this podcast is more focused on business people. I mean, I'm not saying that videographers, creative people who are actually watching this as a freelancer, you can actually listen to this, because at the end of the day, freelancers are actually their own business owners.
Exactly.
They are solopreneurs, I would say solopreneurs. I mean, it's a good thing that what I taken from you is that you actually adapted your business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, of course, your main thing was co-working space, right? You want to bring all the creative in one studio space, which is fine. The idea was super great, but due to the current situation, you have to adapt.
Yep.
So I think that's the best quality for business, because you need to adapt along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a few history lessons like Blockbuster and Netflix.
Yeah.
Blockbuster never adapted, and you see where are they right now, and so on. Like what? Yahoo, Twitter,
Speedy,
Speedy. They didn't adapt to it. So I believe that you need to adapt to your time. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. Actually, I actually started out as a video production agency. Video production. It means just focusing on doing videos, and then I slowly converted to video production agency, where I just create videos and then multiple other contents. But then when I realized I actually have a lot of resources to help people out, and I can actually use this to add value and add more money to it. So right now, actually, I changed the business nature of my own company, which is into a creative media studio.
Wow.
So it's basically all in one last, but the difference is I help you market as well. So it's more like a social media agency / video agency, but I don't want to focus on social media because that takes a lot of my time, and I need an expert to do it. So right now, I'm just starting very slow. So at the moment, we're actually offering like photo shoots, video shoots, and graphic designs. So here's the best part, okay? I want to come to the topic later on. So all three of them are actually foreigners.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of them is actually working in Indonesia, and one other one is actually working in Jordan.
Wait, so your company is a multinational, is a global company?
I can say that way lah.
Right.
The thing is, right? So the topic I want to get to later on, just bear with me here. But that's the thing, that the two people I'm actually having right now, they are not full-time employees, they are contractors.
Right.
But it's like Fiverr lah. You can grab people anywhere, but they are my friends as well, my uni friends.
Right.
And I witnessed firsthand how good are they in their designing, and they done other previous work as well. So here's the thing. Why I started doing this is because Nas Daily. Yeah. So he actually shared a video about this. So this is the topic I want to get to instead. Companies and people are actually willing to work in their home rather than coming to a certain solid place like an office or studio. And companies actually taking notice of this, that their employees are actually 2 or 3 times more productive than coming to their office. When employees have to come to the office, they need to rent a place nearby, and then parking, fuel, all the costs, it's all cut down to by 70% of their income. And then because of this, they're all working from home. So what they have to do is just wake up, brush their teeth, open their laptop, boom, they're done already. So because Nas Daily actually put in a very good video about this, that he actually hired 3 people where he never met them personally, physically, hired them on the spot. 3 people overseas just working from their home. So from that video, I took a concept, okay, why not I try this? Because in Malaysia, I know that a lot of people are there, but then it's a personal preference because I like to work with people that I worked with before. So at that time, I needed a graphic designer and I needed an animation designer. So I was like, these 2 persons are the best in my category. Then of course I cannot pay them a lot because I don't have the funds. I have to say that I also suffering as well, but I need to work away with them. But if it comes to Malaysian, I feel sad if I pay them very low.
Right.
I mean, if you work, I mean Indonesia lah. I mean, say our currency is higher than Indonesia lah. So for if let's say I pay 100 ringgit for them, it looks like a 500 ringgit kind of thing lah. So it worked well. So that's actually from that Nas Daily. I actually took the inspiration. Okay, why not I try international? See, I don't limit myself to Malaysian creative. Try to go for other people creatives and see how I can work with them. So that's what I took away. And then another place I want to ask you that, what's your take on this? Like people starting to work online.
Online, but work from home.
Yeah, from home.
Right.
So like, what's your take on this? Like, do you think this is going to be the new normal after this? Like after the whole MCO ended and company realized that they can actually save a lot of money, like renting their office and so on, electrical, everything, by letting the employees work from home. What do you think about this?
For me personally, like coming from a freelance background, I have my fair share of working from home, my fair share experience of working from home. I feel like for me, I think it's a very personality based driven kind of conversation. Cause like for me, working from home, I hate it. Cause like how
you're not alone, bro. You're not alone.
You know, like for me, like the place that I rest and the place of my stress is the same place, right?
Yep.
Like no, I can't do it. But I do know people who enjoys it. Like I feel like everything right needs to strike a balance, right balance. Companies right now, I think, especially I've heard from Twitter, like they're allowing the employees to work from home as well.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a balance on between when you work from home and when you work in the office. Is this a good balance? I don't know, because the office might be a place of stress and your home might be a place of stress, and at the end of the day you have nowhere to run.
Yes.
You know, but for me, it's good to, I think again, I think it's a preference thing. I like my scenery to change. Like, I cannot wake up in the same place as I go back to, you know, I need to travel. I think I told my friend once, like, oh, she asked me, isn't it a hassle to travel from your house to your studio here, you know, there's a distance. I'm like, no, I like the scenery change. I enjoy the car ride. Now during MCO, less cars, CMCO, like less cars. But like, I do hate traffic jams. Like right now, occasionally I remember why I hate driving. It's like, oh, okay, you know, I'm a Malaysian driver. So anyway, a bit derailed. I feel like having that balance is very important. And there are perks of working from home as well.
Yep.
It's accessible. You know, you don't have to change. You don't need to put perfume on.
That's the thing. You know, I haven't taken a bath for like 3 days.
What?
I'm serious. I only wash my face, brush my teeth, and I'm set for the work because I'm not meeting any people. I'm literally stuck in my room. Like the whole.
Dude, you don't bathe to meet people, you bathe for personal hygiene, bro.
No, that's the thing. I didn't sweat. I live in an air-conditioned room. I didn't sweat.
Right.
There's no smell. I always wear deodorant.
Got smell lah, you don't smell only.
No, I put deodorant when I sleep.
Oh,
so, what? Yeah. I mean, every day I put deodorant lah, just for my body smell.
Okay.
So I don't feel the need of taking a bath after 3 days when my hair started to get oily. That's the thing. I only wash my teeth, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then. There's a good and bad in this.
Right.
The good thing is I was super productive. I didn't waste my time to get ready, dress up and all the shit.
Bathing is not wasting time.
I'm just saying.
I know.
So I'm like, food, I just ordered straight away coming. I don't need to go down as well. The food will come to my front door.
Yeah.
And I actually did. I mean, by now you should notice how many videos I've been producing over the few months.
Yeah.
And I've been producing like 1 or 3 videos a day.
Yeah.
If let's say I'm traveling to an office, I need to spend half of the day and then probably I need to OT in my office as well. Then I need to travel back, I'll be super tired. Then I cannot rest as well.
Right. For me, the ideal situation, right? So for me, right, like, I'm so into interior designing. I've been like watching interior designing posts. I think it's an age thing. You live long enough, right? You hit a certain age, and I want my own house.
Yes.
I want my own, stuff like that. And it's like my day you dream like how your house will look like.
Yes,
right?
that's true.
Like for me, I want my own house. Like currently, I'm living with my parents. You know, it's a very Asian thing for those overseas viewers. It's a very Asian thing. I live with my parents, but having my own place, right? Like for me, the ideal situation is I have my own office space.
Yep.
I have my own house. And there's this corner in my house. Like my house is designed to be comfortable and productive at the same time. I want to do a podcast in my house. There's a place set already. I just turn on the lights. I just put my camera on and go. I can go. I want to do a shoot. I want to do something. I want to play games or something. It's
like a home studio.
It's designed to. it's designed to cater my purpose.
Yeah.
But it's not my office. My office is where I go and work, I go and meet clients, I go and have meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at home, my crib, whatever I want to do, this is my creative space.
Yeah.
So it's a very expensive suggestion. It's not something that we all can afford.
Yep.
Honestly, I can't afford also.
That's like a dream. That's like a dream.
It's like a dream. It's like a dream. So I feel like I'm derailing a bit. But again, back to the topic, is working from home a new normal? Yes, I think working from home will be a new normal.
It's a very new normal.
Yeah, as you can see, a lot of companies are pivoting towards that side already.
Yes.
And so funny, like when you're telling me this, right? I remember there's a series on Netflix about Ronnie Chang. Ronnie Chang.
Why have I heard that name before?
He's one of the correspondents on The Daily Show for Trevor Noah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Ronnie Chang, we live in a very instant society. We buy things on Amazon. 2 days, 2 days is a damn long delivery.
Yeah.
What is 2 days, Then we got Amazon Prime same day delivery.
Yeah.
So there's a joke he said about there's a Prime before. So they use AI to calculate what I want, send me to my door before I even want it.
I even order.
And before I even order, like we live in that kind of instant situation right now, in the instant society.
Yeah.
So I feel a change of consumerism towards work as well. Like what you said, you work from home, you
Instant,
don't need to instant. I just pop up my laptop, I just turn on my computer and boom, I can start working already. I want to eat, I don't need to go out, I don't even need to socialize. I just call Grab, the uncle will come, I socialize with the abang. You know what I mean? I take my phone, I eat in front of my computer also.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. Like productivity, it's like 10 times, like 10 times more productive. But again, I'm a person, because you're asking my personal view. Sorry, I gotta stop hitting my mic.
Stop hitting your mic.
I'm so hyped up right now, I don't know why. So like, I feel personally, it's a very personal opinion. For me, I can't. I'm a person who needs to socialize. I need to go out and see people.
Yep.
Like, for me, I need to get dressed up.
Yep.
I need to get dressed up. I cannot, MCO was... It was a very funny situation where I have this cell group, like it's a church group thing. Then every 2 weeks we'll meet. Then they will ask on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very bad, 10 being great, where are you? All my friends were like, 8, 9, I enjoy the time alone and stuff like that. I was at a 1. I was at a constant 1 for 4 weeks. Then towards the end of MCO, where we were transitioning towards the MCO, I went from a 1 to 1.2. So there's like 20%. So I haven't reached 2 yet. There's like a 20% increase. I went from 1 to 1.2 because I just can't.
Yeah.
I was so lazy. I tried being productive.
Yep, true.
But there's only so much you can do at home.
It takes time to adapt. I mean, for myself, I'm an extrovert as well. Mm-hmm. I like to be alone, but only certain times of the time. Most of the time, I like to be surrounded by people.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy my time with. I mean, family, yes. But most of the time, your family members, you cannot speak out certain topics to them. Only friends can lah. But yeah, that's the thing lah. Like when I really started out, I tell you the 2 months of my time, right? I was really struggling. Sleep schedule all fucked up. I cannot work properly. Right. I usually, let's say client reply me, I reply them in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Morning time, no. So that actually, really took a toll on me. So once CMCO actually introduced, okay, this is the thing. The first time I actually traveled was the first time I actually came to White Balance.
Legit.
If you still remember, the first time I actually came to White Balance, that was the first time I'm leaving my house after 3 months. Ooh. Before that, it was just like, going down to the grocery shop, come down. That's nothing for me. It's like a normal thing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've been cooped up in my room. The most of the times in my house, right? I always in my room. 80%. I only come out to either take a shit, take a pee, or take my food. Right. That's it. I don't interact with my parents as well. I only talk to them for a while. I go back to my room. Yeah. Because I got nothing to do. I either sleep or I do my work or I play games. Right now, GTA is free for download. After downloading the thing, it's so much fun. So yeah, that's the whole lifetime lah. But I do agree with people working in a space where meeting other people. So I don't think that the new normal will be like most of them will be working in online. Like those who actually cannot afford to come. Just imagine like those who are working in Cyberjaya, they need to come to KL, they need to rent a place in KL. So I understand the fact that I believe the new normal, right, the new companies regulation should be right. Those who actually can work from home, work from home. Right. Those who had no budget or those who are actually staying nearby the office, come and work. Yeah. I believe they will have a certain time schedule. Let's say you and me, like we are working in the company. So you and me need to be I need to be coming here on 10 to 12 and you need to be here at 1 to 2. Something like that. So we will have our own schedule to come and work. But for production, I think it'll be very hard lah. But I think I'm just thinking out of my mind. If let's say I'm running a production team, I will definitely limit a certain group of people. Like only bring the necessary people and ask the people there to multitask.
I feel like moving on from like the new normal, right? Moving into the new normal, I feel like what our whole current situation has produced or introduced, it introduced a form of flexibility. Like big corporations are starting to understand that, hey, I don't need my staff to be here 24/7. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources as well. But I feel like what you say, like I feel like it's very industry specific as well. Like I feel like doctors can't work from home. You know what I mean? I can't give you a prescription.
Video call, okay, you do your surgery yourself.
You know what I mean? I feel like doctors can't work from home. Even for production as well, like. Maybe so usually a production set, how many? A small production set has like 20 to 30 people. A larger production set has like 100 people.
Minimum got 10 people lah.
Yeah, 10 people is like is a very small scale production, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like there are things that the industries where you're very very hands on. Things that requires a lot of manpower, right? I feel like those you can't work from home.
True.
Unless you can like drive a robot or something.
I think the graphic designers, the Twitch streamers, the web designers are the best, having the best time of their life. Like a lot of, they can make millions from their home.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's a good time for government to push the internet speed as well. I feel like from what we have on the
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously slow.
To upload a YouTube video, I mean this. I'm just speaking this right. The podcast I've been uploading, right?
Yeah.
It will take about 5 to 6 hours to upload because few of my podcasts about like 30-40 minutes.
That's very long.
And uploading them is, even though I use a LAN cable and it's a 30 megabyte speed, that's like the okay requirement lah. 30 no one's using internet. Even myself.
Can you imagine 30 was a top before before the government introduced 100 Mbps as a lowest, you know?
I mean like I'm just saying that government please, increase the internet.
I feel like as a nation we need to buck up as well. Like in the sense that we're moving to a new normal, are we as a nation prepared to move into a more digitized world as well? Is our internet speed up to par? Is our infrastructure up to par?
5Gs.
5G is like countries are like modern countries like China, America, and like the European countries are moving to a 5G nation, and we're still stuck in a 4G nation. Are we too far behind to even catch up with the countries like that to move into a new normal? I think that those are questions that we as a nation should ask ourselves.
Well, I think this has been a very good podcast. I think we have talked enough about business. I think this podcast has been more about business and how the new normal is going to be affecting a lot of business out there. But I don't think that you should be worrying about this instead of embracing this change and making a best use of it. And before we end this, do you want to say anything to the audience who is actually watching this?
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone who is tuning in right now. Until the end, they're listening to me and Vince ramble. Check us out. Check Vince. I mean, if you're watching this,
don't worry. I will put his link description. And if you guys want to check out White Balance, the very awesome minimalistic white studio. If you're like a clean freak like me and more OCD kind of person, this is the place you have to check it out. So I'll put the link in the description below as well. Do you have a website?
Yeah, we have a website, whitebalance with a D behind.com.
Whitebalance with a D behind.com. So I'll put that link in as well. If you guys want to talk to him as well, talking about business and everything. If you guys are actually starting out a business, you can talk to me as well and talk to him as well, getting some fair insights of how we actually started out and doing this. And guys, thank you for watching this video, and it's been a very good podcast. This has been like the longest podcast I ever recorded, but it's a good podcast. We're actually sharing a real in-depth things about what we have learned and what we're expecting to be coming in the near future. So as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, and always guys go out there, discover, connect, and inspire, and I'll see you guys in the next video.